Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Day 3 of the Nova Scotia Provincial Volleyball Championships. My name is Raisa Lalani, and I have got your call for today. And we are going to get started with a crossover match here in the 14U boys category. It is Fusion versus DVC, and we're going to get started right away. Referees already checked the lineups. Starting us off from Fusion with a serve is Goodwin. And a block dump over the net there from Doucette. First point on the board is for Fusion. Goodwin back to serve again. And that ball's passed up by Sanford, tipped over by him. And that tip is going to score DVC's first point on the board. After that tip, he's going to head back to the end line to serve. Here is Sanford. That ball's passed up by Doucette, set out to the left, free ball over. DVC putting that ball over. Once again, there to block it is Doucette. And this time he hits it, and he is a fierce competitor at the front of that net. Nothing's getting by him. Fusion point, serving the ball here is Surrett. And that ball set out to the left, and just shy of the line is that huge swing from McGowan, just on the outside of the red paint. That is going to be a point for Fusion. Surrett with the serve. Passed up by Wheeler. Set out to the left, and this time a little tip shot over from the smart play of McGowan. DVC point, 2 serving 3. Hickman back to serve. The ball's passed up. Set to the middle. There's a big block from DVC, and they're going to recover it on that free ball. That ball's put over, and a swing from Fusion's Amaro. And that one is going to land in the deep corner of the court. A nice aggressive play there. 4 serving 2. Back to serve here is Jamie Doucette. And it's a service ace. Tough play there from McKinnon, wanting to use his hands to pass that ball, but not allowed in this age category to promote the development of passing with your forearms. So that was a service ace. DVC with the pass there, but that ball spinning off the setter's hand. Double contact, point Fusion. Doucette still serving. And it's another service ace. He's fierce at the front and same on the back line. Too much heat to handle behind those serves. Fusion taking an early lead here, 7-2. Free ball tipped over, picked up by Fusion's blocker, and a nice recovery. Hickman putting it over on the second. Doucette with the serve. And it's another service ace. Looks like we are going to see a timeout called here by the DVC 14U white side. Both teams back on the court after that timeout, and still serving for Fusion. Here's Doucette. And he is going to rack up the stats here, heading back to the line after another service ace, taking his team into the double digits, 10 serving 2, Doucette on the line. And that ball's passed up by Sanford. And a good try there from Hickman, but not enough to get that one over. Doucette back to serve. And that one's going to go off the side of his hand. A great serving run there for Fusion, but that is exactly what DVC needed as they head back to serve here now. This is Petra. And there's a big serve. Passed up and over. DVC with the farty ball. And now a nice dump over from Vincent Surette. But that last contact sailing out of bounds for Fusion, and that's going to put Petra back on the line to serve. And that ball is passed up by McLeod. Set out to the left. And a swing from the lefty on the left side. Aiden Goodwin is going to find the floor, and that is going to score. Fusion serve here now. Vincent Surette back to serve, 12 serving 4. And a jump spin serve. That went just outside of the boundaries of the line, but what an impressive serve there from number 6 for Fusion. Back on the line now is McGowan for DVC. Float serve. Passed up and over, and it looks like the referees are talking to the players. Saying that they were out of rotation on that ball. So even though it trickled over the net, it's not going to be a point for Fusion, and McGowan's going to serve again. That ball's passed up. Set to the middle. There's a big swing and an even bigger dig, but unfortunately no one there to get that second. But a good chase down there from DVC's setter. It's going to be a Fusion point. Heading back to serve is Amiro. And there's a big serve. It is right down the line inside the court. Service ace for Fusion. Amiro back to serve again. This time turning the other way. DVC putting it up and over. And a big swing there from the left side. And he is pretty pumped up for that one. That is Bryden Surette, giving high fives to all his pals on the court. Amiro with the serve. It's passed up, chased down and saved by the DVC setter, but no one there to put it over. A nice second contact for DVC on that ball, though. Back to serve still. Here's Amiro. Spin serve, dropping short. Service ace for Fusion as they take a big lead here now, 17-6 in this first set. Amiro with the serve. Ball's passed up and over. There for the party ball is Surette. DVC now with the free ball from the left. Fusion with the chase down and is up and over, and a good attack there from Wheeler in the front row for DVC. That one just hitting the top of the tape, but a nice aggressive play for the DVC middle. Big serve from Amiro. It's tomahawked up and saved over by DVC. Putting it over right away was Doucette. DVC pushing that ball over, a triple block. And now a tip over from Fusion's Aiden Goodwin, and that is going to score. A nice play from both sides there. Some impressive defense. We're going to see a timeout here now called by the Fusion side. 19-6. We'll be right back after this timeout. Both teams back on the court after that quick timeout. Amiro still serving the ball. A nice pass up from DVC's McKinnon, and he's going to swing at it over. Fusion pushing it over. DVC with the defense. A block from the front court of Fusion, and that is going to score for Tyler McLeod, but not without some impressive effort on the DVC's defense. Amiro back to serve. Their team now in the 20 zone. And that ball's passed up by Pitre. McGowan on the second. And a free ball looking to come over just shy of the net. That is going to be a Fusion point. Amiro on the serve. And that ball's passed up by Hickman and dumped over by DVC's Wheeler. But Fusion's defense somehow finding the ball on the floor on the opposite side. 22-6 here. Fusion looking to close out this set with Amiro still on the line. And that ball's passed up. Tried to be tipped over, but just hitting the top of the tape. Fusion point. Amiro with the serve. Passed up. Set to the left. A big swing from DVC's Sanford, but it is dug up by Fusion. They're going to swing back from the left side. Free ball pushed over by Wheeler. Fusion's defense keeping it alive. And a good try there from DVC, but that one is just going to be put down by Fusion once again. Both of these teams showing some impressive effort on defense. Amiro with the serve, looking to close out the set. McGowan with the pass. Wheeler with the free ball, and that one's going to hit the top of the tape. There you have it, folks. There's your first set. 25-6 here for Fusion, but DVC's defense doing an incredible job. Not quite showing on the scoreboard, but nonetheless, they played some awesome defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the second set. Welcome back to set number 2 here in this crossover match in the 14U boys category, Fusion versus DVC. It is your first game of the morning here in day 3 of the Nova Scotia Provincial Championships. Fusion taking that first set, but we're starting right back at zeros. DVC is going to serve the ball. Sanford with the first serve. That one just going into the top of the tape, and that's going to be a Fusion point. Heading back to serve for Fusion, this is Bryden Surrett. Wheeler with the pass, and it is dumped over by Pitre, and that is a clever dump scoring on the Fusion's defense. They're going to side out right away on that point, and that's going to send Warwick back to serve. That ball hitting the top of the tape, point going to Fusion. Back on the service line here is DeVoe. And that ball is passed up by Warwick. Set to the back row. Free ball over from Sanford. That one is going to go out of bounds. Point Fusion. Serving the ball here again is DeVoe. And it is a service ace. You can see the windup on his serve, putting a lot of power behind that one. We'll see what happens. Here he goes again for serving one. DeVoe with the big serve. This one just going into the net. That's going to be a DVC point. Heading back to the line for DVC is the other side's 10, and this is Pitre. And there's another big serve, a service ace, this time for the DVC side. It's a number 10 battle on the court at the service line here. Back again is Pitre. Another service ace, and you can see a little fist pump there from Pitre, putting all of his might behind that serve, and he likes the results. He's back in the line again. All tied up at 4s here now. And that one is going to just sail out of bounds. Very close on that one, but that is going to be a Fusion point. Heading back to the line here for Fusion, this is number 6, Vincent Surrett. He's going to go with the jump float this time, and it is going to float right down to the ground. Service ace. Jump float. Same spot. Service ace. Surrett back at the line again. Jump float. Passed up by Sanford. Set to McGowan on the right side. He's going to put a free ball over. Fusion free ball. Surrett pushing it deep to 6. A nice pickup from Sanford and a good try there from Wheeler on the dump, but that one is going to go into the top of the white part of the tape, and that is going to be a Fusion point. Surrett back to serve. Jump float. And it's a great save by McGowan. Putting it over is Wheeler. Fusion keeping it up and alive. And this time at the net, there is Doucette. McGowan with a big swing, and it is going to be so close to the line, but just outside of it. A great play there from DVC, but that will be a Fusion point. Surrett still serving. Jump float. Sanford with the pass. Wheeler setting it up to his left side. Taking a tug on that ball is Skinner, but that one not quite making it over. Point Fusion. Surrett with the float serve. Sanford with the pass up and over. A big play by Doucette in the front row on the party ball. And DVC, a little miscommunication of who's going to take that second. That is going to be a point for Fusion. And it looks like we are going to get a timeout called here by the DVC side as Surratt has led his team into an 11-4 lead. Both teams back on the court. And Surratt is still serving for Fusion. Back on the line, Vincent Surratt. Jump float, that one's gonna go into the tape. And that is gonna be a DVC point. Heading back to serve for them now is McGowan. And there's a spin serve. Surratt with the pass. And it's going to be set to him back row. He's going to push it deep. Dug up by Petra. And a big block there from Sanford. And it looks like it's going to be called as a carry on DVC, but a good aggressive play in the front row there, not wanting to let that ball get past him. Back to serve for Fusion. Here is Warner. Short serve, passed up and over by Petra. And trying to swing on that one is Doucette, just hitting that one into the top of the tape. Point DVC. Back to serve, here is Skinner. And that ball trickles over the tape. It is passed up and over. Run down by Skinner, trying to get that one over. A good chase, but Fusion's gonna get that one. And that is gonna send Doucette back to the line. And that serve's gonna spin out of bounds. Point DVC.
Be sure.
7 serving 14 here. DVC's Wheeler back to serve. And that one is going to land out of bounds. Point Fusion. Back on the line now for Fusion. This is Doucette. And there's a big serve. Wheeler with a big pass. Set out to the right, but there to block it is Surratt, and that is a huge block. Fusion point. Doucette back to serve. Wheeler with the pass again. It's tight. Surratt on the first. A nice saved play by the other Surratt on that side. McGowan saving it. Free ball over from Skinner. And that is a clever spot, putting that one deep in the corner of the court. That's going to be a point for DVC. 8 serving 16 here. Back on the line is Sanford. And that one's going to go into the bottom of the tape. Point going to Fusion. Back to serve now is Bryden Surratt. There's a big serve. Wheeler with the pass. It's up and over. Vincent Surratt with the party ball kill. Deep to 5. Fusion point. Serving the ball again, here's Surratt. And that ball is passed up and over. Fusion trying to keep it alive off the tape. A good try there from Warner, but that is going to be a DVC point, and heading back to serve now for them is Warwick. That ball is passed up by Surratt, set in the middle, and he's going to take a tug on it. Up there is the hands of Petra, but that ball just going into the top of the tape. Point DVC. Serving the ball again is Warwick. And that is a service ace. 11 serving 18 as DVC looks to climb back into the second set. That ball's passed up, set to the middle. Surratt from the middle, dug up by Sanford. Surratt once again from the middle, this time turning it to 1, and that is a huge swing from Vincent Surratt. What a talented player. And he's going to earn that point for his team, and that is going to send DeVoe back to serve. Spin serve, McGowan's going to pass it. Trying to tip that ball over is Petra, but that one's going to go into the net. Serving the ball again is DeVoe. Spin serve. Passed up by Warwick, set to the right. McGowan with the roll shot from the right. The one-handed dig from Doucette up and over. McGowan again with the free ball this time. Dug up by Fusion. Set over, Surratt. Swing from the back row, and that is going to be a tricky swing. Bryden Surratt with the kill. And back to serve now for the Fusion side. This is DeVoe again. Spin serve. Passed up by Sampson. Blocked by Doucette. Free ball over. Free ball over from Fusion again. Set out to the left. A big tug on that ball is Skinner down the line. And the Fusion dig is going to go up and over, and it is going to be a point for Fusion. 22-11 here in the second set. And folks, a reminder, Fusion did take the first one. Still serving the ball here for Fusion is DeVoe. Spin serve. That one's going to spin into the net, but that's a point for DVC. Petra serving the ball for DVC. And that one is going to be served just a little bit long there. Fusion point. Surratt back to serve. Jump float. And it is a service ace. That ball sure did float. Moved from one passer right to the other in the air. I'm looking to close out this game here now, 24-12. Here's Surratt on the line. Spin serve. That one's going to go into the top of the tape, and that is going to be a DVC point. Back on the line here now is McGowan. Float serve. And it is a float serving ace. Point DVC. McGowan back on the line again. Serve passed up. Set to the back. Surratt's going to put the free ball over, and it's going to land between two players. And there you have it, folks. Crossover completed. Fusion is going to take this game in 2 sets. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. We still have a lot more 14U boys pool play coming up here on this court, so stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.